You know what you want with your life and you have big dreams, but perhaps you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed because you don't know where to begin. In this video, I will be discussing 4 steps you need to take. These 4 steps will be a pattern for growth that you can use in any area of your life. So be sure and stick around till the end of the video to catch all of them. I am Kimberly Bengali and you are watching True Stature. It's the place to be to create a life you love, fueled by your personal truth. We are a group of women working together towards our goals and dreams and visions for our life, being real and taking the joy that comes with growth. Subscribe to the channel and be sure to hit the bell to be notified each and every Thursday when I put out a new video. In the past couple of years, as I'm approaching age 50, yes, age 50 this December, I've created a vision for my life that includes my biggest goals, the ones that are so big they actually terrify me. I am in the process of taking on those goals one step at a time, and I am here to help you to do the same thing in your life. You're not alone in this. We're all in this together. So let's dig into this pattern for growth. This is exciting because once you understand the 4 steps, you can use them universally throughout your life. You are a creator. You've heard me say this before. We are all creators and we're creating the life we want. The 4 steps are these. First, discover what you need to work on. Second, plan how you will do it. Third, act on your plan with faith that you can. And fourth, reflect on what you have learned in the process. So let's talk about discover first. In the step of discovery, you will be exploring, seeking, studying, and imagining. We all have gifts and talents we've been given that can help make the world a better place and that can help us improve and grow. This is a time when you will be diving into what those gifts and talents are, as well as what your ultimate vision for your life is. Now, this is the time to go back to last week's video where we did the perfect or ideal day scenario and really dig deep into that exercise you did, because that is where you find out what you really want your life to look like. Having done that exercise, now you know the areas in which you need to grow. I will include the link to that video below. In the discovery phase, you will be asking yourselves questions like, what do I feel I should learn or change in my life? What talents or skills do I want to gain? What spiritual habits do I want to develop? How can I be a person of integrity? Who can I serve? So just to give some examples, do you want to be physically fit? That's one of the goals I'm personally working on. Do you want to learn how to manage money? Do you want to have a more loving, giving, generous relationship with your partner? As you're in the discovery phase, you are analyzing what needs to change to get you to that ultimate version of yourself, and you're writing it all down. The second step in this pattern for growth is planning. This is where you organize, outline, and prepare for what you will be doing to get to your goal. Include specific steps and actions that you can take on a daily basis. Some questions you might ask yourself in this phase are, why is this important to me? How will this help me become more like the person I want to be? What actions can I take to do this? Can I break these actions into smaller steps? What plans can I make to overcome challenges? Some examples of some steps you might be taking in the planning phase. If you know you want to learn to manage money, maybe you decide every month this year you're going to read 1 new book on money management, and you start doing research. Which books are you going to read? You make a list of these books. You may also plan on setting up a savings account, so you would write that down on your plan. You are planning ways that you will move towards your goal. If your goal is to have a stronger relationship with your partner, then you two decide together, okay, we're going to have date nights every week, and you plan those date nights. In this phase, you want to really ponder your plans. Really pay attention to your feelings and ideas. I think you know what you'll need to do if you listen to your intuition. Now, step 3 is to act. Nothing happens without action. But don't worry, we have been working up to this, so we've got this. In this phase, we're going to try, we're going to practice, we're going to do our best. This is where we begin to follow the plan we made in our last step. We're going to buy that first book that we decided we're going to read, and we're going to start reading it. And the decision we have made is that every time we're standing in line, instead of pulling out our cell phone, we're going to pull out our book on money management. This is where you start going on those dates with your partner. In this phase, you want to make reminders to help yourself stay focused on the goal. So you can set phone alarms, you can hang post-its, whatever it takes, keep the goal front and center. Sometimes it will be hard. For example, building a strong relationship with a partner can be very difficult. People are very different, and finding ways to connect and really bond takes effort and work. Sometimes you're going to fail. That's okay. In this step, you're still learning about what's going to work for you and what is not. If you get stuck, ask yourself these questions. What has worked and why? Well, I found out I'm enjoying learning about money. What has not worked? Maybe I'm finding out that I don't actually enjoy reading from a book. So the question then would be, what else can I try? Do I need to listen to books on Audible instead of reading them? You can also ask yourself these questions. Can I break my goals into smaller bite-sized pieces? How can I learn from my setbacks? Doing something well takes practice and patience, but you can do hard things. Let's take a moment and get you involved in this process right now. In the comments below, list one thing, just one, that you know you would love to improve on in your life, and think a little further. What's one baby step you could take, a bite-sized piece, something that you could begin to do today to get closer to that goal? Now remember, we're all here to help each other. This is a very supportive group, so feel free to share your heart. Now, the fourth and final step is to reflect. This means to think, to learn, to ponder, to review, and you're going to want to do this while it's all fresh in your head. Write down your thoughts and impressions for future reference in your goal setting as well. Ask yourself questions like, how have I grown as I've been working on this goal? How can I use what I've learned to serve others around me? How have my actions helped me become closer to the person I want to be? How can I continue growing in this area? When you have achieved a certain goal, take a moment to show gratitude for the growth and celebrate your success. Because of the reflection that you have done in this step, you are getting a pretty good idea of what you know you need to work on next. And if you're a praying person, this is a great time to pray for guidance on where to go next in your goal setting. If you're not, then just connecting with the universe, nature, yourself, whatever it takes to deeply search where you want to go. I understand that it's easy to get overwhelmed when it comes to goal setting and personal development. I am right there with you, ladies. But as we get started on using these 4 steps, you will find that you will begin to see progress. And remember, that's truly what it's all about. This is not a contest where we're trying to beat somebody else at something. We're trying to get better than we were yesterday. Progress, not perfection, can be a beautiful process as we take our growth one day at a time. Try using this pattern for growth of discover, plan, act, and reflect in all areas of your life, a little bit at a time. And do remember, it's a great idea to go out and find yourself a journal that you really love and begin keeping track of where you're going in your life, and maybe even get yourself a nice pen. Now that you've learned the pattern for growth and you know the 4 steps and you know how to use them, in next week's video, we will move into the next phase where I will teach you about the top 4 areas of life where you'll want to focus your greatest effort to have the most positive impact possible. Now, if you want to join a supportive community of women just like you, then join True Stature on Facebook as well as Instagram. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. These 3 things help the channel so much, and I truly, truly appreciate your help. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next week on True Stature. If you like this video, I suspect you're going to enjoy these as well.